the dog's issue of the neighbours that are just causing her grief. Maybe. No, she's pattering around the house looking for something. Goodness knows what she wants. So yeah, so we're just going to make ourselves a little bit of money by collecting straw at the moment. And until we've got animals, this is not something we really need to worry about too much. We have the other tractor ready to start ploughing and sowing the seed. So we'll start to have that soon. And hopefully by the end of this episode we will have finished harvesting all of our crop. As you can see, hill. Down. See that it's collecting the wheat. The other thing you can do is you can attach multiple tippers to that, so you don't have to just have the one load, the one at a time. Yes, so I was very disappointed with the Philadelphia Eagles today. I mean, even though I live in Adelaide, followed them for a number of years and thought that maybe they'd could have a significantly good year. And that may certainly come to eventuate, but being 0-2, having no running game at the moment is really disappointing. I mean, the bits that I got to watch this morning here were very disappointing in regards to the line stopping the defensive front of Dallas, getting in and hitting Murray in the backfield. So it was a bit poor. Wasn't a big fan of the interception that Bradford threw to Ertz when we were just on the comeback trail that Lee's picked off. I think it was a fairly poor throw. Especially when he threw it straight at Lee and not out to where Ertz was ever going to get it. So it was a bit disappointing in that regards. But look, the season's only two games old, and I'm sure that at some stage that they've got to play a little bit better as they go forward. Okay. For some reason that's not showing any wheat in my silo. That's a bit disconcerting. Just going to try something. If you can just... I'm just going to pause it there for a second and see if I can figure out what's going on here. Alright, so what I've found is that whilst my PDA side is not showing the right thing, it is actually in the silo, and that was probably more my concern than anything else, was that make sure that the crop was going into the silo. So I just want to make sure that was what was going on there before I started too much worrying. So as we can see, the 3 vehicles we've got going at the moment. 4% of in our wheat. Now it's empty. 25% in the trailer. And I'm at 21%. Okay, so as we come back down the hill, we continue just mopping this up. And I mean, I can get Causeplay doing this, but then Causeplay's doing most of it, so I'd much rather do some of it myself and collect it up as we go. Something fun and different. Getting it all done, so yeah. So it was a little disappointing with the Eagles. We go back to them for the time being. I mean, I'm hoping that the offensive line can start to get some protection, especially for Murray to get some runs going. And it's always disappointing to look and go, oh yeah, he's had 3 runs, he's at minus 11 yards, and just watching that happen today. And hopefully, I mean, Bradford, it's only his 2nd game back, but hopefully some of his decision making gets a little better, because that was a very disappointing throw. Especially, it was never on. He had the option to go to Murray, just dump it out to Murray, nice easy little dump pass out there, and decided, no, I'm going to go for it all with Bert's in the end zone, and it was very disconcerting. The second interception, I mean, that first interception was all Bradford. The second one, I mean, a tip ball by your receiver, just popped it straight up for the covering defender, makes it nice and easy for him, so not much they can do there. I mean, it's a write-off as a Phillies fan, Eagles fan, Sixers fan. The Eagles really at the moment are the team that have got the most encouraging bits for me. Hopefully the Flyers can pick up and start to play a little bit better as well. Make the playoffs this year, and see if some of the younger guys and the younger D-men make the side. So yeah, but it's been a lovely day here. I've managed to get a couple of errands run, keep the house fairly tidy, except for the computer room, where I've started to clean up the computer desk and remove some of the tangle of cords that I've collected over the years. I'll always go, oh yeah, I need that, I need that. I don't know what I need it for, but I'm sure that I do need to keep it, and then get there and go, I've got this cord, I have no idea what it's for, but obviously I needed it at one stage, so I still have it. So at the moment I'm in the middle of moving a whole heap of cords from my computer desk outside, just to store them somewhere else, because they get in the way and I don't need any of them. I've got battery chargers for a camera that we don't use. Just the way it always goes. You go, oh yeah, I should get rid of that. And never do. Just gonna make that clean break and get rid of it all. So yeah, so there's a couple of good little mods that I do like. I do like the silage silos. I recommend trying to do the silage the way it is in the game. It's not that it's impossible. It's just without Causeplay, it is very, very monotonous. Setting up Causeplay to do it is actually quite good. So at the moment I'm doing it on the PlayStation 4, and I filled a bunker completely, so 900,000 litres of silage or chaff to turn into silage, and I have to do it all by myself. I can't have anything do it, because you need to scoop it up and pick it up. So one of the things here is a mod which allows me to empty, or allows me just to use a tipper rather than a front loader. So I do envisage that I'll be using both. I'll be using a silo at times. I also want to use the bunkers. I'm going to put them all very sort of similar pulley positions, so just to make it work. So three of us are going, and what we will do is in a second we will start the actual planting of this field, get that going all in the same thing. So within 2 episodes we're planting, collecting straw, and we're going really well. So when I empty this the next time, I'll actually set it up to do. Now, because of the size of the seeder, I don't have to worry about sending it back to refill. If I kept the smaller one, I would have. It's one of those things that just was too small, and you'd have to fill it several times to get it done. One of the other things you might look at doing is, instead of getting this loading wagon, you might actually think of getting a fertilizer. So for some reason we just got in behind that harvester and was causing a bit of grief. You get greater yield by doing that. And a greater yield means obviously more crops, which means that so we get obviously more money to put away. Get more crops to sell. So the reason I left this a little bit longer was I don't want it to overlap what's going on for me at the moment. Okay, so there's 2 different options we've got here. One is we can just hire a worker to do it. Well, it's 3 options. One, we can hire a worker. We can do it ourselves, but we are in the middle of doing something else. Or we can set up Causeplay to do it. Now, as I said, this seeder here is big enough to do the entire field, so I'm not going to bother setting up a Causeplay for it. So what we are just going to do is hire the worker. So we press X. We'll unfold the machine just because we can while we're here. And then from there, what we might do is we will select barley. You go to our different things. Oh, there it is there. Go to barley. That makes sense why I couldn't see it because I hadn't scrolled up. Another high yield crop, slightly more value than the wheat. So what we are going to do is we are going to plant barley this time around. So we just press H to hire them. I have turned all the other things off to see, so we don't have to see any of those. But as you can see, it is just going to seed for us. Come back, you look. Now we can see this is the difference between the two. Be alright if we could drive. As you'll find as you do this, that you will find that it skates at times and slides around corners. It's not a driving simulator, and it's very evident about that very early on. As we can see at the moment, Doots in the top left hand corner there is showing us that we're at 98% barley. That's what it's seeding at the moment. We're 97% with our course play wheat harvest. Oops, if I drive straight, it'll be right. And our harvester is empty. So what we will see is, when we turn around just here, we'll see the two tractors come close to hitting each other. Oh, that did stop. So it's all really good. And if you see on the little mini map, you can actually see the course play going through. And you see, when I wasn't paying attention just before, we've had the missed a couple of bits from that row. So yeah, so I've played a fair bit of Farming Simulator. I played some other maps. So with the PC version, as discussed, there are a lot of mods that are available. I'm just going to clear up this bit just here because we may as well while we're here. So some of the things that they do offer is additional maps. So the game itself comes with just the two maps initially, so Bjornholm and this one, Westbridge Hills. So obviously this is based on an American map, so American style farm is how it's meant to be. So big fields, wide open, fairly, I mean you've got the hill here, but fairly flat as the case is. Bjornholm, very woodland, very tight in different places, smaller fields. On saying that, with a good plough, you can really open it up a bit and go from there. So maps are part of it. Gives you a bit more variety. Some great maps out there and things like that, and some great series. I mean, I watch a number of different people do farming simulator videos. I do enjoy Ian Robson and Stocker Gloss. Do enjoy both of those, and I've looked at some of the others out there as well, and do enjoy watching that. I enjoy the game itself. It's a relaxing game. It's not one to really stress. It's, yes, you've got a whole heap of things you've got to get done, and yes, you've got to do things in a certain order, but it's a simulator. It's not about fast-paced action, and you can do as much or as little as you like. You don't have to hire workers, so you can do all the harvesting if you want, and when you're full, you can then drive the tractor to empty it and then continue going. You can do all the ploughing, and you can do all the sowing of seeds and all the fertilising. See, we're just thinking this out small. So it really gives you the variety of doing whatever you want out there. You don't have to just get stuck in one different thing. but it is quite handy. So as we look here, after selling that, you can see we've made $4,000 from the harvest, which is the straw. Okay, so of the $27,000 that we spent on this, you made $4,000 back from harvest. I think it's a fair return in regards to one field, and quite honestly, what we will do is we will set up and get mowing going in a little while and mow. So you can get rental mods. So one of the things you can do is something called a rental mod, which means you don't have to purchase the farming equipment, you can buy it. What we might do in the next episode, as we'll come to an end on this one fairly soon, is we might just show you some of the mods that I currently have available to me that I'm able to use, just to show you what things are out there. So it's not just maps, there's different machinery and different things that you can do with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just leave it here, and I will catch up with you in the next episode.